What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Third Eye Cyphs. Wow. It's been a week since last episode, and what a week it's been. Now imagine. No, I felt like that's what I said last week. But I'm not gonna go on a rant yesterday. What the heck? Look, it's 7 in the morning, guys. Later than usual, because I decided to wake up late. Shame on me. But my roommate, she listened to last week's episode and she was like, "It's an hour. How long was it? An hour and 20 minutes long? Oh my god!" She was like, "Are they usually that long?" It's like, no, I did not mean for it to be that long. Literally, I wasn't even planning on just talking about what the heck I talked about. Because, I had a plan. Like, when you hear it, it's like, okay, I had a plan, but but then I just started talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyways, guys, we're moving on, guys. How are you? How are you doing? How is life? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you treating yourself well? Are you talking to yourself nicely? Are you feeding yourself the right foods to make your body happy? How does your body feel after you eat certain foods? That's kind of like a major indication if what you're eating is like not good, like for your body. You're not supposed to be eating that. I know I usually feel like that when I overeat. In Be Here Now, there is at the end of the book, because it's kind of like, the entire book, it's by Ram Dass, by the way. There's something called the Yogi's Cookbook, or a Yogi's Cookbook. And it says that your stomach should be, I think it's 25, I don't know what the percentages are. It's probably like 30% food, 30% water, and then like 40% empty or something like that. But it's supposed to be like a quarter food, a quarter water, and then the other half is just empty. Like, you're not supposed to overeat. And when I overeat, I just do not feel good, and I'm sure the same goes for you. So yeah, how's the foods that you eat treating your body? A theme that my yoga teacher is doing this month is nourishing yourself. So it's more around the focus of, what are you feeding yourself? Not even food or water, but the things you see. If you're watching TV, is the stuff that you're seeing and watching helping you? Is it draining you? How about the company you keep? Is that nourishing you? How do you feel around your friends? How do you feel around certain people, certain family members? So how are you taking care of yourself? Are you listening to yourself? Are you listening to the voice in your head? Are you listening to that inner child that's just dying to get out? These are all things that we should be doing. Not only taking care of our bodies physically with the food we eat, the water and fluids we drink, but of course our mental health, which was a huge theme last week, and it's still gonna kind of fall into this week, but more around, who knows, we'll see where this goes. But anyways, I'm glad you guys are taking care of yourselves. Hopefully, if you're not, if you answered no to any of these questions, please try and reevaluate your life. No, but maybe think about going about things differently, So yeah, I've been okay. This past week has been nice. I think I mentioned I was gonna, take it easy. And I have been. It's so funny. I was thinking yesterday, I was making some bookmarks, and this is like stuff for me still, guys, like for my business, because I sell bookmarks. If you don't know, check them out on my website, thewritingsofnatalia.wordpress.com. There's a little store tab. You find them there, or you can find them on my Instagram. I actually have them on my Instagram profile, and you could buy them straight from my Instagram. Like, isn't that crazy? So yeah, I was making some more, and I was like painting some. Sorry. I haven't painted any. They're all pretty simple. I was just testing watercolors and stuff. So this is like all stuff for my merch and my business, which I'm trying to stay away from. But like, it's so funny because I thought like I'm not even trying to do anything for myself, and I'm still doing stuff for myself. Like, by doing stuff for me, I'm doing stuff for myself, like business wise. It was weird because I just wanted to I wanted to do it. My friend Mark had ordered some bookmarks, and I'm going to give them to him this weekend. But I was just looking through the bookmarks that I had, and then I was like, you know what, I have time right now, like I should make some more. So that's what I was doing. And then I was like enjoying it, and then I was like, look, I'm still working on stuff, but it's not even by choice, you know. I just want to do it because I want to do it. So it was that, and then there was another thing. I don't know, but I'm really excited I've been really inspired to work on some new art projects and sell some stuff. I just got my seller's license, which I'm so excited about. It's one thing I crossed off my big to-do list. I have like major pinpoints, like write another ebook, you know, get your seller's license, get your driver's license. Yes, I don't have my driver's license yet. What else? Make another zine. That's on the list too. You guys know what's on my list probably. But that was a major thing that I crossed off, and I've been celebrating it this whole week just because, you know, you have to celebrate minor accomplishments, guys. If you you can't really be happy for yourself if you do anything if you don't really like celebrate like minor stuff. Like, well, to me that it's like minor, but it's kind of major too at the same time. So if you celebrate the little things, you become more appreciative of the little things or things that just happen in your life, right? So yeah, I've been taking it easy. I've been growing my little garden and planting in the morning, practicing my yoga daily, trying to wake up earlier. Waking up early is so hard for me, and it never used to be. But I'm getting there. Guys. Today I stepped back a little. I don't know why. I woke up, I set my alarm at 5, and I woke up, and then I was like, okay, I'm awake. And then I don't know what happened. I guess I went back to sleep. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I don't remember what happened. And then I wake up and my alarm's going off at 6:45. I didn't even know I had an alarm set for 6:45. And I was like, what the heck? I fell asleep and then I just got up. So now that's why it's past 7. And I have to work at 7:45, guys. So we're gonna have to cut this episode short. But anyways, it is Friday. I have my allergy appointment, guys, today to take the test to see what I'm allergic to. If you don't know what I'm talking about, listen to last week's episode and the week before that. Or you could just listen to the week before that. What was it, episode 15? It could be episode 15, season 2. What is it called? The chakra scam? It is called the chakra scam. Yeah, the chakra scam, hives, and is the world ending? Is the world ending, guys? I don't know. Check out the episode. It felt like my world was ending that day. And yeah, so I have my allergy appointment today. I'm excited to see if I am allergic to something in the air, some mold or bug bites or my own stupidity. We'll see. So I'll let you guys know about that next week, but I'm actually really excited to find out. Anyways, I found out, well, I don't know, I emailed Anchor about it, the host of the podcast, the website host. We could add music. I'm thinking about starting, I don't want to start any new projects anytime soon because, again, I'm trying to take a break, but how would you feel if I started like a music review podcast? Like, I would just do it another day of the week, so maybe like Tuesday or something, like Tuesday mornings, or I don't know, because I can play full-length songs in the episodes and then I could talk about them. So I want to do that, but more with like spiritual songs, or like songs that are spiritual but don't seem spiritual, like finding the spiritual meaning within songs. That'd be cool, right? I don't know, but it was an idea. I don't want to put full-length songs in here, like, but that would be cool, right? You just listen, like, this is my new favorite song, and I just play a song, but then if you don't like it, then you just skip forward. I mean, but then putting you onto new music. I don't know. Okay, anyways. That'd be cool, no? Okay, well, that's it. That was the episode. Bye, guys. No, imagine. Well, that was it for my little intro. I guess we'll put an ad in here now. Okay, so I pulled a card for you guys from the Universe Has Your Back deck. I didn't want to pull any readings, really, just because I feel like I don't like what the universe has to say today. No, I'm joking. I didn't feel like listening to a message. I'm sorry. I deprived you guys of a message. Well, I have a message for you guys, but I deprived you of a full-length reading because I didn't want to hear it. Sorry. But what I did need to hear was this message that I'm going to provide for you now. So I pulled from the Universe Has Your Back deck. If you don't know, this is like an amazing affirmation deck, but within it is like message, like a whole reading on its own. It's so weird. Like each card has its own reading, and like it's super meaningful, but like if you just look at it on the surface, it's just an affirmation. So, and the cards are very beautiful. They're watercolored. I love watercolors. I was playing around with some yesterday, as I mentioned. I was doing a lot yesterday. I gardened yesterday, painted, I made some bookmarks. I actually colored this coloring book. I started studying this tarot deck that my aunt got me, finally. She keeps asking me, when are you gonna start? And I started my first card today. I like to take it a card by card just so I could remember the information instead of bombarding myself. Oh, also, wait, I'm so sorry. Instead of but I'm just not talking about the card right now. I'm so excited to say it. I didn't even say it. I'm getting my 200-hour yoga teacher certification. I'm so excited. And yeah, I just signed up yesterday. And I'm really excited. It's probably going to take a few months, but that's okay. I mean, I'm just excited to be starting. Anyways, that's something else big on my list that isn't physically written on my list, but it's on my list. But that's like the big list, like get my 200-hour yoga teacher certification. So that's something else I'm about to cross off, or I could cross off, but I didn't finish it, so maybe I can't cross it off yet. But yeah, so anyways, this card that I pulled, it says, happiness is my birthright. Happiness is my birthright. And it is a beautiful card. You should write this as your affirmation. Happiness is your birthright, because it is your birthright. I love this card when I pulled it. It's so funny because, when I was shuffling the cards, I didn't really know what I was going to talk about. And it's so funny because I have all these episode ideas in my head. But this past week, the first thing I wanted to do was jump into Taoism, just because that is one of my main practices. One of my first spiritual loves. No, it actually isn't one of my first spiritual loves. But it was the first path that introduced me to a new way of seeing. Even though I was already seeing things differently, it put them even more into perspective. So anyways, I didn't have a plan or anything. I was too busy thinking about all these episodes that I want to do that none of them resonated to do this week, just because I feel like I'm still, coming down from this whole mental health kind of care thing. So it's kind of like a main theme that's in my life right now. So it's kind of a main theme that I want to keep projecting onto you guys. And yeah, Taoism is definitely going to be the first one. I was going to do Hinduism first just because I talk about it. Because I did the Bhakti yoga episode. So I was like, oh man, now I'm going to have to do Hinduism. I want to do Taoism first. But I am going to do Taoism first just because it's been resonating a lot with me more lately, just because I've been trying to meditate more. I also joined a meditation challenge that was supposed to start today. Oh my gosh. See, look at me. But it's okay. I'm not gonna stress myself out over anything, guys, because happiness is my birthright. So let's talk a little bit about this. Happiness is my birthright. What are your birthrights? Let's like it's easy to say happiness is my birthright, right? But like, you don't actually think like it's my birthright. Let's think about your birthrights. What are your birthrights? Honestly, I feel like your birthright is to do anything that you freaking want. Like, if you're born in a country that does not let you do whatever you want, let's say North Korea, or I don't know, like Middle Eastern countries, like some, not all of them, they have like, you can't do whatever you want. Like, there's like laws and stuff. Same thing here. Like, you can't just go around killing people. I mean, you could. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you could, but you get arrested for it. Or you'd get, the death sentence. I can't believe there's a death sentence. I mean, what do you guys think about the death sentence? Like, is that okay? Like, I don't think it's okay. I mean, but then again, I don't know. I feel like I don't really have an opinion on it. Like, I have an opinion on it, but like, not really. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't sentence anybody to death. That sounds crazy. Like, you're like, okay, well, you've done a lot of bad stuff, so we're gonna end your life. Like, who has the right to do that? Whose birthright is that? No. So anyways, birthrights, you can do whatever you want. That's what I was trying to say. You can do whatever you want, but there's gonna be consequences. That is your birthright. You have the right of free will. Free will is the ability to do whatever you want, I guess. So happiness should be on there. Like, you have the right to be happy. You have the right to be sad as well. But it depends on what you want to claim, I guess. So yes, you have the right to be happy. You have the right to be sad. You have the right to be angry. You have the right to be any emotion that you feel because you're human. So any human emotion or anything that just happens with humans, you naturally have a birthright to, just because you are human. So happiness is something that is in there, but so this is a thing, right? You shouldn't have to sacrifice your own happiness for anything. You shouldn't. Things that you feel like you have to do, or things that people tell you you have to do, if it's gonna sacrifice your happiness, it's not worth it. To me. Unless you don't care about not being happy or whatever. Like, if it doesn't really matter, then it's fine, I guess. But we all have a right to be happy. And we all have the right to choose ourselves first. So I think that's kind of like the main theme that I want to talk about today, is putting yourself first before others is not selfish, first of all. But putting your mental health first, putting your physical health first, putting your safety first, putting your happiness first. So you in your life are the most important person in your life, because you are the main character of your life. You're right. You're right. Right? You co-create. It's so funny. I heard my mom. Oh my God, your mom. I heard my mom say that, and I was like, oh, she gets it, because there's like, okay, but like, I am the creator of my own reality. But are you the creator, or are you the co-creator? This is something that I saw a little discussion about somewhere in the comments section of a Instagram post or something. Because if we say we are the creator, then we create everything. Like, we are the creators, but we're not the creators, guys. You know who's the creator? God's the creator. But who are we? We are God. But we're not God to the aspect that we are, like, individually. So, like, individually, we are not source consciousness. We are a fraction of source consciousness. Like, we are, as a collective, we are source, right? As a collective. But this is also including everything, too. Like, okay, so it's even humanity. Like, humanity, just humanity, is still a fraction of source consciousness, because then you're still leaving out the animals, you're still leaving out the plants, you're still leaving out all the insects, all the other living things, right? So like those living things, if you add them, those are still a fraction, because we still have all these physical stuff, right? We have these trees, or, well, that's part of nature too, so then you put it in there. But then we have like tables and chairs and houses and cars. Those are all also source consciousness. So like that also makes up that. So that everything in this earth, everything in this world, that as a collective, the entire earth, the entire solar system, the galaxies, the stars, the planets, everything that is in this universe, that is source consciousness as a collective. So us individually, yes, we are God, we are source consciousness. But we're not Brahman in totality. We are Atman. And these are Hindu concept, guys. So Brahman is the absolute, the non-absolute, the Tao, the incomprehensible, the ones that even speaking the name limits its existence and non-existence. And Atman is the soul. Brahman is Atman. Atman is the soul, us, individuals, animals, things that carry souls. So, where was I going with that? So anyways, since we are God, I don't know if this is what I was gonna say, but this is just what I'm gonna carry on with. Since we are God, we are entitled to everything, since we are a fraction of God. Because God is everything. God is anger. God is sadness. God is happiness. God is love. And since we are that, we have the right to all of that. Especially happiness. So we need to put ourselves first, guys. By putting ourselves first, we're putting God first. By caring for ourselves, we're caring for God. We're caring for the world. We can't save the world until we save ourselves first. The Tao says, what was it? Hold on. Let me try to conjure this up. Ah, man, what is the freaking quote? Ah, gosh darn it. I really wish I had. I need to get a physical copy of the Tao, but I need it in the translation that I really love. I'm gonna look it up. Sorry, guys. I know this by heart. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I didn't even look it up. I just remembered. The Tao says, fuck. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry I cursed. Damn it. It's gonna have to be an explicit episode. Oh my gosh. Okay, I remembered it. The Tao says, care for your own self. Oh my gosh, wait. Care for yourself as you would care for the world as your own self. I think that's what it was. Yes, love the world as yourself. Then you can care for all things. There you go. Oh my god. That took like brain surgery. It's in there, guys. It's in my mind. It's just, I lost it for a second, and then I got it for a second. That's why I was like, I don't even look it up. I remember. And then I remembered it for like 1 second, and then it just went away. Yes, love the world as your own self. Then you can be trusted to care for all things. If you care for yourself first, then, okay, so that's the first step, right? So we can do this into like a little process, right? Like, okay, I care for myself. I love myself now. I'm the freaking best. But now we can see others as a reflection of ourselves, because they are a reflection of ourselves. We are all God. Okay, so like, look at this. You think of like, I don't know if it's an amoeba. I don't think it's an amoeba. Maybe. Or like, what are those little things in the water that's like this whole, it's like a whole plant or something. It's like this living organism. It's a living organism, but it looks like a plant, right? And It's in the water. I don't think it's an amoeba. I think an amoeba is like a really little tiny like germ like thing. But it's like this thing in the water, and it looks like little fingers, and it's kind of like seaweed maybe, but it's a whole plant, and then it branches out. It's like a tree, you know, like how a tree is a whole tree, but then it branches out. There's different branches, and then there's different like individual leaves on the branches, right? So okay, let's go with that instead of the water thing, because I don't know what it's called. But that whole thing is a living organism, but every individual like branch and leaf is its own consciousness. Like each leaf has a different consciousness, like is its own consciousness, even though it's all part of the same tree, like the same organism. So that's how we are, right? We're all part of the same source, which is God, Brahman, but we are the individual leaves. We have our own consciousness. We have our own personalities. We have our own realities. We have our own opinions, physical differences, mental differences, everything. We're all individuals, but we're all part of that same tree, right? So, where the hell was I going with that? Oh my god. I gotta get better with this, guys. Okay, there we go. So now, right? So you see yourself, like you're like, I love myself. I'm the best, right? Once you learn that other people are just a reflection of yourself, we're all part of the same source. We're all God looking at each other through each other's eyes, because that's what supposedly this is, right? God experiencing itself in all faces. And I've said this in my Spiritual Rants 1 video on YouTube. If you don't know my YouTube, it's World of Natalia. And I think I've mentioned it probably in an episode on here. But so since we are God experiencing itself through all faces, we are all God walking around not knowing that we are God, right? So like kind of like unconsciously. But once we wake up to the fact that we are God and everybody else is God and we're just God looking at each other, then we understand that the person sitting next to you, the person across from you, the person across the world from you is a reflection of yourself, is you, is another version of you. So when you learn to love others the way you love yourself, because you see that others are yourself or just another reflection of yourself, then you can be trusted to care for all things, because then you learn that all things are yourself. You are everything and everything is you. So if you learn to love yourself and learn to love others the same way you love yourself, then you can move into that unconditional, compassionate, all encompassing love. So that should be another theme for today, moving into love. This was something I mentioned to my friend Mark too. If I tell anybody to work on anything spiritually, it's moving into the heart space, moving into that hidraram. Is that how you say hidraram? Oh my gosh, what is this? It's like the gates of heaven have been opened. Do you hear you hear this music, guys? Okay, I'm trying to train. I'm sorry, I can't. It's called light ascending. Look at that. Light is ascending. So yeah, moving into love. Hidraram. I'm gonna look that up real quick. That is the heart space. Hidraram. What the heck? His room. Hidraram. Okay, I don't think I spelled it right because it's not popping up. Alright, I don't know, guys. If that's... I think that's what the freaking word is. Let me type in Sanskrit. Heart space. Oh my gosh, I can't find anything. And I don't want to get up and be here now. But yes, moving into that heart center, right? So if you could work on anything, work on love, because love is all there is. Love is all there is. And when we say this, you know, it's like, what? How is love all there is? You know, there's freaking sadness, there's anger, there's death, there's killing, there's torture, there's violence. How is love all there is? And that is a wonderful question. And the only way I can answer that question is that itself is love. That itself is love, because that itself is God. God is everything. God is that violence. God is that torture. God is the devil. So, to say God is anything other than love, I mean, you can't. Because that is like the fundamental element, kind of like the atom, or like whatever the hell is smaller than the atom. Like, what is smaller than the atom? I think the atom is the smallest particle. I don't think so. Because then, like, I think, what, they tried to split the atom, and then that created the atom bomb, right? I think so. So I think the atom is the smallest particle. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But it's basically like the smallest particle that makes up everything, right? That is love. That is love. Energetically. So, moving into love, I think that should be our main focus, our main practice. If you could work on anything, work on unconditional love, accepting everything as it is, because it is God. Everything is divine. Everything is by divine design, as said in Moana. Moana is a crazy movie. You could see it as like a kid's movie, and yes, it has like beautiful life lessons, like learn to love yourself and stuff. But if you look deeper, because man, the universe, Moana, I've had some crazy experiences with Moana, guys. The first time I saw Moana, I was bawling my eyes out. The entire movie, from the beginning, from the moment it started, guys. Because this movie tied into my life so much. It felt like I was watching, like, my life story. It was weird. It was like I was watching my life story, and I kept getting a bunch of synchronicities watching the movie. And the movie was basically like, I mean, like, the universe was basically like, this movie, like, I created this movie for you so you can see your freaking life in front of your face and decide what you're gonna do next, or what your purpose is, or whatever the hell. So I was bawling my eyes out the entire time I first watched that movie. But anyways, that entire movie, there's so many subliminals within it. Like, if you know subliminals in movies, you can catch on to some of them. But it's a very woke movie, guys. And not a surface level woke where you're like, oh, this is woke. Like, no. It's pretty woke. It's woke beyond the wokeness of mainstream wokeness. But, so anyways, yeah, in the song, what is it? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's I keep wanting to say Let It Go, but that's the freaking Frozen song. The song, you know, the main song that everybody knows, where she's like, how far I'll go. How far I'll go. There you go. How far I'll go. She says everything is by design. She talks about the people and their roles, and then says everything is by design. So everybody is doing everything that they're supposed to be doing, because everything is by design. Like, I don't know how to further explain it. If you guys have ever taken psychedelics, such as shrooms or acid, or I don't know, any other psychedelic, ayahuasca, DMT, you can clearly understand this. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it with your own eyes. Those who have not taken psychedelics, or maybe have even had a spiritual experience, you'll probably know, or have smoked enough weed to know or see or understand. But everything falls into place in a pattern. It's like this whole world is made up of geometric patterns and symbols, and everything is by design. Like, if something seems out of place, it's literally not out of place. Like, it is perfectly in the place that it's supposed to be. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. It's hard to explain. It's just something that you need to see with your own eyes. So everything is happening divinely, right? I got carried away with that and I forgot what I was gonna say. But it doesn't matter because it is 7:40 already. I need to start work in, let's say, 10 minutes. So I'll drop it. But, you know, the card that you received, happiness is my birthright. It is your birthright. Because you deserve everything. Everything is your birthright. So if you want to be happy, then you have the option to be happy. You have the choice to be happy. You can be happy. It just decides if you want to put in the effort to be happy. And sometimes that doesn't even mean putting in effort. Maybe you need to put in less effort to be happy. Right? So that's kind of like what I've been doing. Putting in less energy into things that don't serve me as much, I guess you can say. So like work, like, okay, I was putting in so much energy into work and I didn't even have to, like, but I did it because I wanted to, because I love my job. I love what I do. And, you know, it excites me. That's the kind of work that I want to be doing, but for myself, not for somebody else. So I was putting in so much energy because I love doing what I do. But then I was realizing that it's not my place to be putting in that much energy because it's not my company, right? So I was putting all the stress in and doing all this and doing all that, and it was completely unnecessary, and it was causing me stress and causing me my unhappiness. And it's completely unnecessary. So if you feel like something like this is happening in your life, take a step back. Stop whatever it is you're doing and look at how your energy is, where you're putting your energy, how things are making you feel. How do you feel at the end of your workday? How do you feel about your job? How do you feel about your home life? Just take a step back from everything and look at everything and see what is serving you, what is making you feel alive, what is making you feel inspired, in love, in joy, and what is not. So, I guess that's it. I guess that's what I'll leave you with today. I'm gonna try not to get excited about topics that I love this week, that I would love to talk about with you, because they just jumble in my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could talk about this. Oh my gosh, I should talk about this. I should talk about this. And then I don't end up talking about anything because I have all these ideas in my head that I forget all of them. And that is that. So next week we will be doing the Taoism video. Yes, I know you guys are excited, because I'm excited, and if I'm excited, you're excited, right? You better be excited. No, imagine. Oh my gosh. How do you guys listen to me? Honestly? Oh, well, you know, let me just close off with that. How do you guys listen to me? No, I'm joking. Thank you, first of all, for listening. I know you're listening. It's so weird. I was just telling Justin, my boyfriend, yesterday, I was like, man, when I first started this podcast, I didn't think anybody was going to listen to it. And like, not that I didn't think people were going to listen to it, like they wouldn't like it, but I wasn't expecting anybody to listen to it. Like, I literally just did it like for myself, but I thought it was a good idea. Like, I don't know. I did it for myself, but I mean, I thought maybe like a few people would listen to it, but like, I didn't think that so many people would listen to it. So I'd just like to thank every single one of you who are listening. Who is listening? I think it's who are. Sorry, I'm like moving this mic around because mosquitoes love me and they bit me all over. They've been biting me so much these past few days just because I've been gardening, and there's so many mosquitoes back there. And then like I did yoga in the park with my teacher. There were mosquitoes there too. And I did yoga in the studio, and there were mosquitoes in the studio. That shit was annoying. And then in the end, the teacher, Joey, he was like, there was a mosquito attacking me the entire time. And then I was like, I know! Literally, me too. I'm like inside plank, and then like I see this mosquito literally trying to land on me. And I'm like, Are you serious? Like, I'm trying to fight this mosquito while holding my balance. That's true balance, guys. I'm a true yogi. But yes, again, thank you so much. I am so appreciative of you. Like, you don't even know. Please feel free to reach out to me. My Instagram is Natalia of Earth. And then you could find all my links on there. You could find my store on there. You could find my blog. I posted a blog post yesterday too. Oh my gosh, 2 blog posts in 1 week. I'm trying to write every day, guys. I've been journaling on paper, but sometimes I want to journal more on my blog, so I have more content on the blog. Yeah, I've been having a bad spending habit lately. I've just been buying a bunch of stuff that I want to care for myself. I'm like, I need to take care of myself. I'm gonna buy myself a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna spoil myself. So that's what I've been doing. I've been spoiling myself, but I'm cutting it quits now. But yeah, it's been great, guys. Again, thank you so freaking much. Please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or even Anchor. You can send in like voice messages on Anchor, or you can support me on Anchor for 99 cents a month. That's crazy. That's only $12 a year, like over time in 99 cents increments. Like, that's cool. And you know how much that's gonna do for me? That's like $12 for me. $12 to support this podcast, to support my time invested in bringing you some new age spirituality and some lessons of the universe and messages and all that stuff. But yes, feel free to support me for 99 cents a month or $5 a month or like $10 a month if you're very generous. But if not, please feel free to support me by just engaging in my content, literally. Especially my blog. Just check out my blog. Check out my YouTube videos. I'm not really gonna do YouTube, guys. I mean, I was trying to, keep going with it, but I'm having so much problems editing, and I don't know why. Like, it doesn't have to be that hard. It really doesn't have to be that hard, but it is. It's like the universe doesn't want me to do YouTube. I mean, I'm trying, but me trying is stressing me out. Like, literally, I was almost done with the vision board episode, because I mentioned this vision board episode probably like every episode in the last 3 episodes. And I was almost done last night, and then the whole entire program crashed, and now it won't even start up. So like, what? Like, I can't even edit like the video. Like, it's so weird. I'm having so many problems. It's ridiculous. So, and I was getting stressed over yesterday. I was like, are you serious? And then I was like, man, this is not worth it. Like, it's not worth it. I want to get this video done. I don't know why it's being so difficult, because I have videos up. Like, I gotta look at my videos and be like, how did I edit this? Because I edited a whole video on the program before, and now it's not working. I don't know. And I'm trying to test out other options, and they're not working. It's so weird. It's so hard, guys. Video editing is freaking hard, especially on my laptop, because like my laptop does not have enough graphics or whatever to video edit. So like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do? But yeah, anyways, so you're not gonna see too many YouTube videos on there. I'm probably not gonna do anything with YouTube, except post videos if I want to. So like, my main platforms are gonna be the podcast and then my blog, because I'm trying to write more. I'm mostly just gonna be writing and doing this podcast, and probably doing physical art pieces more, but probably mostly writing. We'll see. I have a lot of things I want to do, but most of them involve writing and making art, so that's probably what I'm going to be focusing on. And then yeah, the videos, they're giving me problems. I'm gonna do it, like try it, keep trying it over time, but I'm not gonna put too much energy into it because it is not worth that stress. So wish me luck, guys, at this allergy test. Let's pray it's not It's not like air. Like I'm allergic to air. Or like something stupid. Okay. And yeah, again, thank you for listening. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week full of abundance. Please remember, happiness is your birthright. And put yourself first, guys. Do stuff for others, but do stuff for yourself as well. Don't sacrifice your happiness to make others happy. And that's it. So I will talk to you guys next week, and thank you so much for listening to this episode. Peace.